So what's up, man? We got Memo600 in here, one of the Chicago drill rap legends in this, you know what I mean? So what's up, Memo?
Y'all know what's going on. It's Big 60, man. Y'all know what's up, man.
Okay, that's what's up, man. So what's new with you, bro?
I'm currently working on my album right now, man. Trying to skyrocket so I could drop ASAP. They've been waiting too long.
Okay, so you got some new heat coming. That's what's up, man.
For sure.
All right, so could you tell me a little bit about yourself for those of you who are new? Like, where do you come from?
I come from 60th and King Drive, man. As you know, Washington Park area, Chicago. And I moved to the A, like, 4 or 5 years ago. But I still be back and forth to Chicago.
What's up with that, man? It seems like a lot of Chicago cats are moving to Atlanta or Houston, man. Was it a mass, what is it called? People just leaving?
No, that's the goal, to get out the hood, bro. You're doing it backwards if you don't.
Okay, yeah, I can respect that. Most people will be able to respect that. Now, could you tell me a little something, man? And this is for people who don't know and really want to understand the language within Chicago drill community. What's the difference between O Block and 600, man?
It's like a 4-block radius. They on 64th and we on 60th.
Okay. So you're only 4 blocks away from each other?
Yes, sir.
So that's pretty much the same neighborhood, right?
Mm-hmm. Washington Park area.
Okay. Because a lot of people get that confused. A lot of people always hear O Block, they hear about 600. They've seen things with Lil Durk and it said 300. And people just don't, they don't understand the differences if they've never been to Chicago, man. So
sure. It's a block difference.
Okay. Now, what do you think about the blogs and the documentaries that talk about your life in Chicago and the drill rap scene?
Man, I feel like our life is like an urban novel, bro. Everybody wake up to see what happened, who died next, who went to jail. Like, it's our culture. Like, I don't know how to say it, but it's like we do that people die to see. Like, we a big influence on the music, life, not even just music, life. Like, Chicago had a lot of murderers. Now you see other cities doing the murder. But I'm not saying it's cool and Chicago different though. It's a big influence on the music industry.
That's true. I think the impact has been felt throughout the industry. I mean, you got cats all over the place dressing like y'all now, using your slang. I mean, it's gotta from the inside looking out. Is that a little weird now seeing the influence that Chicago has had on the world?
A little. It's a lot of weird, man. But I learned to just ignore people. Like, if they evidently you doing something right, they gotta mimic you,
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. How do you feel like that impact has shaped hip hop in the long run? Do you think that Chicago imprint will always be felt, or do you think it's something that was kind of like a phase? I mean, it's been so long, it doesn't seem like it's a phase.
Yeah, it's gonna always be felt, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Sosa opened that Chief Keef opened that door for a lot of, so it's iconic, like, it's like an Elvis or something coming in the game type. But when he came in, he made other rappers be saying we have a lot of talent in the city. So,
I get it. And I mean, the after effect, there's a lot of talent that came out after Chief Keef.
They got the rolling in back to back.
Exactly. So, and that's how we all became
like
fans.
Me, bro. I never thought I'd rap. I used to just be in his videos, me and a lot of my other homies' videos. I never liked rapping because I didn't like how my voice sounded. I recorded myself on an old tape recorder when I was a shorty. I listened to my voice. Hell no, I'd never touch the mic again.
What?
Went to jail a couple years. I was listening to a lot of music. Oh man, the Drakes, the Fetty Walls, Body Smurf. There was a lot of people came out when I was in jail. So at like 14, 15, and 16. So I got out, man, they hot, they snapping. Like, and I'm from Chicago, our city, a lot of dancing. So I know what a nod they head to, and that's why all my beats different. Like,
You definitely have a unique style, man. Yeah. Like I think the first time I ever heard you rap was on Exposing Me with King Von. Was that your first major look, like the first video that you did that just went crazy?
Yeah, that and Steppers.
Steppers? Okay, yeah. Okay, Steppers. I thought Steppers came out afterward. Or yeah,
I
you
was
talking
just
about
dropping. Back then, I was just dropping. I had no purpose, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I had no purpose. I just wanted to make some music, bro. And once my homies like, man, it's hot. And my head just trying to, you know, but the world got to telling me, like, man, you hot, bro. Ooh, you know, so I ran with it.
Yeah, and man, obviously you reap the benefits from that. You know what I mean? You got a lot of exposure, a lot of things like that, and a lot of good looks. Now, we were talking about just a second ago about Expose Me and you and King Von on that track. What was your relationship with King Von?
That's my brother. Like 100 grand. Still the same, man. Ain't nothing changed, you know. Hell gone.
I understand, man. Now the loss hit the hip hop community hard because it was kind of like seeing like I don't know, like an NBA draft pick, you know, or somebody who had so much potential just their first year after their rookie season getting taken out of the game or not being here to see them grow into fruition. Already have fans, already have the lore behind them, already have a crew like you guys had, a tight unit. What effect do you think that had on you for the, you know, for the most part?
I ain't gonna lie, it slowed me down a lot. Slowed me down. I had to catch myself, build myself back up, you know.
Now in everything that happened afterwards, there was a lot of drama, okay? A lot of things that took place. Obviously, you took that situation personal. I mean, is it still personal to you to this day? Or do you just find other ways to remember King Von?
You can't take nothing personal nowadays. You're going to keep yourself stressed.
Good answer. No.
Be smooth with this, bro. Humble.
Nah, that's advice to the kids right there. That's amazing. Sure. Now, another question, man. Now, I'm pretty sure everybody is wondering this one. This is a big one. What is your relationship with Lil Durk and OTF? Are you still signed?
I'm not signed. I'm independent. I want to explore, you know, do bigger things on my own, you know. But they're my brothers. Always gonna be my brothers. You know how this shit go, man. The media see wrong with it.
Yeah, there were a lot of people talking about there could be some beef between y'all or anything like that. But right now, here for good, we squashing. There is no beef with Memo600, OTF, or Lil Durk, correct?
They gotta stay off YouTube, man. For sure.
Not too much, man. It hurt what I do. You know, no, I'm joking.
No, I'm just the wrong. You gotta know not to watch the wrongs. If you don't know for sure yourself, don't go on YouTube to try to find out what's going on unless you see how this is confirmed. Like,
yep,
this is me talking to you, answering your questions. Other than that, they going on the blog site to look what a blogger said what's going on. Yeah, what about what we saying going on? You know,
and a lot of titles. It's a lot of like, you know, trying to trolling and stuff, man. It's a lot going on. It's a lot going on with that, man. You know, a lot of titles that'll get you, but what it has done is propelled your name out there as one of the premier drill artists from Chicago. I mean, a lot of attention your way. I'm talking about a lot. So in the future, do you see yourself working with Lil Durk and OTF ever?
Yeah. I want to see. Why not? Okay. I don't see what everybody else see. Like,
okay, so that door is open. That's dope. Now, what do you think? Personal taste and opinion. What do you think about the latest Loyal Bros project?
Oh, I ain't listened to it yet.
Okay. And to be honest, I only gave it one good listen. Like, I barely listened to it. You know what I'm saying? I think I heard.
You ain't like it?
Nah. Well, I like the first one. I'm gonna be real, man. I like the first one. I think you had a standout performance, and they're gonna say I'm whatever.
And then I'm gonna tell you the truth with that too, though. You got to remember the first one is right when that happened with Von, so we had more emotion in that album, like more feeling, you know.
Yeah, I remember the chains on the front of the car and all that.
We did that. All them songs was live recorded, like them not old songs. That's songs that we really was rapping about. Like,
you know? Oh, you guys made all of those songs for the first Loyal Bros.
We booked the studio. It's 3 big rooms, and it's like 10 of us. you will have like me and Buka in one room. Then I'll switch with Duty, and Duty will come in there with Buka. I'll go in there with Smirk, and we do a song. Then the next, then Timo, then the next. You know, it was like a shuffle when we, did it the right way. I don't know how
Nice.
they did this one though. I'm gonna listen to it though, see how they come.
You had an opportunity to work with Lil Durk on several occasions, man. Is it true that he's like a workhorse in the studio, man?
Yeah, that man a goat. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's why I started the freestyler from. I didn't never write a song before. Only song I wrote was the Disposal. So I used to go in the studio and just watch him grab the mic and just sit there. I'm looking for the pen or the notepad or something. He just going off the top. And I learned you get better like that because, you write something down and you got the beat in your head. And when you get on the mic, you're not going to sound like what you thought you sound in your head. So you get on that mic and you play with your voice right there. And then, it's over with. You got you a hit.
Man, so that's so you created your process
Yep.
from being a freestyle rapper to then transitioning into writing and learning the process of working in the studio and just cranking out hits or cranking out good songs. I mean, that's development, man. And the thing you said you started off not even wanting to be a rapper. You just grooved into it.
I was saying my homie rap like 600 Breezy. I was in jail. Like everybody was turned while I was booked. Oh, everybody turned. I got out. I got the Breezy went to jail. When no robbers on the block. I come.
I couldn't imagine being locked and then everybody, all your homeboys is blowing up.
3 years, gang. I'm in there sweating, pulling my hair, walking the yard. They steady, bro. Yo, homie, them out there going crazy. Okay. I got to get out of here, bro. I thought I was just gonna come be the street dude. I'm hell no. My whole mentality changed once I hit that concrete. So
that's freaking crazy, man. Yeah. So but once you got out, you hit the ground running, huh?
You hear me? And ain't stopped. For sure.
Now I'm gonna have to go on record and say this. Loyal Bros 1 to me was better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think he had some standout performances on there, man.
I had like 4 songs on there.
Yeah.
All of them hits. All of them.
That's crazy, man. How does that work? Okay, just to tap into that a little bit. You as an independent artist, you get on a project and you get a major placement like that. Like, will you forever reap the benefits of that major placement? Like,
sure. It depends on how the album got to keep going up, though. Like, you're going to forever reap the benefits, but you got to make sure it keeps streaming to get more and more,
Nice.
Keep it alive. That's a legendary album, so that's going to forever be,
Yep. And when
that's not number 2, that's not 2.0, that's not the deluxe, that's the original number 1. It's going to always go.
I agree. I think that was a standout. And like you said, you had the situation with King Von, all the energy behind it. It was a lot of attention on you guys, a lot of eyes. I mean, I'm pretty sure, man. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it helped elevate you guys in the studio as well, huh?
Yeah.
Now, I was going to move on to something a little bit different, maybe even to a whole nother area, man. Now, there were some things that took place on Clubhouse. A lot of back and forth between you and a guy by the name of Wack 100. Now, Wack 100 being a manager and a famed executive in the hip-hop game. I think he manages Game. He manages Ray J, I think. A lot of people. What is your history and relationship with Wack 100?
We don't have a history or a relationship. I met him through a mutual friend. I needed management, so I hit him up. He was talking about managing me. He liked my numbers, how I was doing. Everything was right.
Business.
But Messy 100, he got to be him. A little came up. It ain't nothing though. We squashed it. I hollered at him. He cool.
Okay, so there's no issue. I remember there was a back and forth for a second there on Clubhouse.
He never managed me. We was just debating about all the terms and all that,
Yep. Just trying to get the business square, right?
Yeah.
And now I
synced on one of the blog sites with the 50. Somebody Wack 100 artists. I say, oh hell.
Yeah.
These people crazy, bro.
That's what you were talking about, like the little misinformation, man. Like people be pulling it from blogs. Even those major publications sometimes pull their stuff from the blogs. You know that?
Stop doing that, man. This people life they playing with.
Okay, you say come to the source, man. Come to the source.
You hear me?
Now, with Wack 100 being talked about, you said between you, it's cool now. You done squashed everything, which is great. But what do you think about that video that leaked of Wack 100 basically with his in the bed, man? I hate to put it. He was on the phone. I don't know if it was real. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
it looked
man,
real.
that was a little zesty. That was a little zesty, but that's that man business, man.
Yeah, hey, no hate. It just funny, man, because the way we view Wack 100 is kind of like this OG straight up.
Yeah, fully dressed. You hear me? Then she leaked a video, you butt naked hollering at. That's how you hollering at me? I'm good.
I was gonna talk about that too. Like you immediately made a tweet. And you were like, so you was arguing with me naked? You know what I'm saying?
I had to get the last laugh though. I ain't gonna lie to you, guys.
Man, I feel you. That was funny, man. That was a moment where everybody in hip hop
would just. Though. He cool. I ain't gonna lie, for he know I'm a jokester. On my baby, I'm gonna talk about you. If I see something, I'm gonna laugh at you.
I think that's something that a lot of people don't talk about with a lot of you cats from Chicago, man. Is that you have a good sense of humor for the most part. It's always looking at the fact that y'all these, you know, I don't want to, you know what I mean? Like, it's always
you gotta know us, gang. We cool as hell, you know?
Yeah, I got a couple of homeboys from Chicago.
To that limit. You don't have to come around us to look like this gangster or killer. That shit don't impress us, gang.
What? Say that for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because people would take that and misinterpret it as you guys walking around looking tough all the time. When especially on your
just been through so much, it's permanent, gang. This permanent aggression. Like my face, my mug, like this permanent. I'm not trying. I could be looking at my mama tell me sometimes, like, you too aggressive. Like, ooh, like, you know?
Yeah, nah, I get it.
I'd have been through so much, bro. Like,
nah, I get it. No, I get it 100%, man. I just think that's a point that people don't touch on. That sometimes you guys are pretty funny, especially on social media, man. Yeah. Like, it's not always on that other stuff, but like you said, what you've been through in life, it leads you to approach life the way that you approach it, right?
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Now, what do you think about the current cycle of jail and death in rap, man?
Crazy right now. That's why I've been low key to myself. Like, you know.
Yep.
It's either one or the other right now, for sure.
It seems like we're in a place in hip hop we have never been, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think the last time, maybe the 90s, where it was going like this, you know, it's like right now people are in a situation where you keep seeing these headlines and every other headline is something tragic of a rapper getting caught up in some kind of case or a rapper, something horrible happening and they're involved in some way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's crazy. Do you think this current cycle will end and we'll eventually get back to partying?
It'll end. I just seen who's that? Youngboy and Fredo and them link up. That show you anything could be, you know.
Exactly.
They big influences on the rap game. Like they war was not war saying war, but they little beef was that was known, like very known. Like if they could come together and lead it, you know, anybody else could do it, bro.
And you're specifically, just to clear it up for the audience, you're talking about NBA Youngboy and Fredo Bang ending their beef with this Christmas drive that they did recently, right?
For sure.
And you feel like if they could do it, anybody could do it, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I feel that. Now, also, man, what do you think about the current state of hip hop in the rap game?
Like, what you mean?
Like, I mean, like, do you think that the sound that we're on and the wave that we're on is going to last for a little bit longer? Or do you think just like everything, it'll change quickly?
It'll change quick because you had like the mulattoes, then you got the Lakitas come in and change the scene. You know, then Glorilla just came and changed the whole little flow. Like, it's going to be somebody else come in and change the flow, like, you know, and that's just female rappers. It can be changed like it depends on how your tone, not your tone, but how you like your melody or, you know.
Yeah,
Your
yeah,
flow is like people like different flows, like the accents. Like we so Chicago, they like that phoneme and all that. And then out of town, they right there and all that. You know,
yeah,
that's you
yeah.
know.
Sound like
So
St.
it can
Louis.
change any moment. Like different people, like a little kid could come in the rap game right now and make everybody start rapping like him.
Yeah,
Von had everybody with the stories, like the crazy story thing. Everybody want to rap like stories, and you know.
that's true. That is true,
Yeah,
man. So somebody could just come in and change the game like that.
yeah,
I agree. I
yeah.
We've seen it time and time. You mentioned Glorilla, and I want to kind of go off script. Do you think most cats, when I say cats, I mean dudes, rock with Glorilla? You know what I'm saying? Even though it doesn't seem like, they try to push like that. Most dudes don't listen to chicks rap. I
Yeah.
think for the females, like I think a lot of dudes really rock with Glorilla. What do you think
Yeah,
about that?
yeah, she cool. She hard. A lot of yeah.
Definitely.
She don't just rap about oh I'm getting my 8 or I'm effing yo for some money. She rap about all type of
Yeah. Yeah.
all type of.
I
She
think that's the
hard
difference.
though. She hard. Her punchlines. Sure.
Now, I'm gonna ask you your opinion on a couple of hot topics recently, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you tell me what you think about this, man. Now, recently there was a tragedy that happened. You had a rapper from Memphis by the name of Big Scarr. He's signed to Gucci Man. I'm not sure if you had a relationship with him or if you knew him, but he recently died from an overdose. Allegedly, he had some bought off market and ended up overdosing on him and dying, like right in front of his girlfriend. So, what do you think about the Big Scarr situation? Are you familiar with it?
Yeah, I heard of it. I knew of him through his music. I don't really personally know him. He was cool though. He was hard. I just don't do the pill. I don't do the pill thing. I never popped the perk a day in my life.
Yeah,
I can't even tell you how a perk look.
yeah. That's smart. That's smart, man. That's smart because I obviously due to the headlines across the country, that's one of those things that's taking a lot of people out. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
you have a rapper who's got a pretty good career about him who
Mhm.
gets taken out the same way. Does that bring the realism to home? Do you
For
want to
sure.
spread that message to
He
maybe
got a
somebody
lot
you
of
know?
he got a big fan base though, so I know his fans watching it. He inspired a lot of people. So I know he can, I know it's a couple shorties watching that shit and just looking.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. I think that'll be a lesson, and it's horrible that some of these lessons come from tragedies, right?
Yeah, for sure. That's how I learned a lot of lessons though.
Yeah, yeah. Now, also, man, since we're on Memphis, man, I wanted to ask your opinion. I don't know if anybody's officially asked you your opinion, got the Memo600 opinion about this, but what do you think about the whole Young Dolph situation?
Like what about it?
Like Young Dolph, I'm talking about highly revered, loved pretty much coast to coast, even worldwide. Let's be real. Dolph and Key Glock got fans in the UK, all that, right?
That's my
And
man.
for him,
I got songs with Dolph.
oh, I
Unreleased.
didn't. Oh, you have unreleased songs with Young Dolph?
We was just finna shoot the video. We had just made the song. I had him out here in Atlanta like what a week before that happened.
Whoa, this is
I
breaking
actually
news.
talked to him I think that morning. I called him like what early as hell, see what he was on, seeing when he was coming up here.
So you talked to Young Dolph right before he passed away, and
Yeah,
you were in the middle of shooting a video with him.
yeah.
That's wild, man. Man.
So,
So you had a relationship with Young Dolph.
yeah, I actually was about to sign with Paper Up
What?
before
So
that
you were
shit
gonna
happened.
sign with PRE?
Yeah,
Wow, man. I didn't even know you had that tight relationship with Dolph, and you still have songs that are unreleased and everything.
for sure. He on the Rep Your Block remix.
That's crazy, man. So I'm wondering. So I don't want to step. I don't want to step too far or bring up harp on any bad memories since you obviously had a relationship since you were going to sign to PRE.
Mm-hmm.
But how that situation carried on with him in his hometown losing his life, and this is really the point I wanted to get to. What do you think about rappers who have already blown up, doing their thing, especially at the level of a Young Dolph, going back to their hometown and tragedy always striking?
I ain't gonna lie, gang. It's hard to stay away from your hometown, especially when you so used to it. It's hard, bro. You get bored at other places. I don't care how much money you got, you're gonna get bored somewhere else. Ain't nothing like home with your friends and family, original.
Exactly. And I think people look at look at the
It's just
situation.
how you move when you there. Like you have to move like Trump when you in the city.
Okay, so you say that when you're back home, you just got to move. You got to move different because you're a different cat. Like based on
I ain't saying duck home, go home. Just how you move, you gotta move. Like
and based on you being Memo600, people have seen you millions of views on videos. I mean, it's wild, right? When you think about that, it's easier to spot you out as somebody send a text and say, "Hey, that's Memo" when you're home, right?
I'll be in the stores. I'll be asking my girl, like, man, how the fuck do people be knowing this me? She talking about, cause you look like you. I'll be like, they walk up, bro. I got on a hood, a hoodie, or anything. They get that Memo, bro. Let me get a picture. I'll be, damn. How do they even know this me, gang? Like,
that's gotta be trippy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's gotta.
Off there.
Do you ever get used to it?
Yeah, I'm so used to it. I can read you now. If I see you, if you look, you can look at me and I can tell what you on. I can tell if you fanned out. I can tell if you on some cool shit. I can tell if you on some op shit.
Okay. Yes, I'm
I
understanding.
read eyeballs. You ain't even got to look at me. I can read your body language and tell what you on.
So that's pure survival instinct right there kicking in, right?
For sure.
But has there been times where somebody's come up to you and they're really a fan, but you're like, they just, the way that they look, maybe they're from the same upbringing as you, or they came from the same streets as you. So on their face might show, enemy or anything like that, or you don't know, but then really they coming to you on some fanned out type stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Plenty of times, yeah.
That can get tricky, right?
Yeah, I know though. I'm used to it now. I could tell. And if you get too close to me, it's over for you.
Okay. Okay.
I ain't no stepping in my sir.
Hey, man. Everybody got the right to protect themselves. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'm gonna jump from the Dolph situation, and I really want to. Since you said that you were going to sign with PRE, are there other members on PRE that you've worked with besides Dolph?
No.
But you were probably planning on that in the future. I'm pretty sure you're going to work
with Fizzle and Woo. They cool as hell.
Yeah, Jay Fizzle?
Yeah, we don't got no music together.
Okay. Is there any potential for that in the future?
I mean, it can be, but
Okay.
I'm actually working on myself right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. More music, straight me, no features. I did features with the biggest of the biggest, the GOATs of the industry, like the Michael Jacksons of the rap. I did it. True. Dolph, Uzi, Smirk, whoever you name. Jack Boy. I got features with everybody, man. So,
okay.
I'm focused on my own music right now. It'll be cool though. I like to do little different challenges and
Nah, I get it. You focusing on your project, your process, and then we gonna get the results when you drop that album, right?
Sure.
Nice. So we were just talking about Memphis rappers. So do you listen to most Memphis artists?
Yeah, I got a few Memphis artists I listen to, like Pooh Shiesty. I got a song with Big 30. One of my artists actually from Memphis, Tall T Gray. He just dropped the visual for our song on his album called Stranger. I fuck with Memphis, Glorilla, for sure.
Hard. Now you said you're one of your artists.
Youngster hard too. I ain't gonna lie. I used to listen to Youngster as a shorty.
Talking about Black Youngster?
Yeah.
Yep. Goes hard.
I just get credit when it's due,
Yeah, no, I understand. You're all around Memphis. And I think they're making a big impact in the rap game, just like Chicago did. Right? It's like noticeable when you got your money bags, all these cats,
Yeah, money bag. How could I forget about Bags? That's because Bags remind me of Chicago, nigga. He been around us so.
Yeah. And what's crazy is this true? Like Memphis, like a lot of people from Memphis have roots in Chicago. Is that true?
Yeah, for sure.
I've heard that a lot. I've heard that my whole life. Now, I wanted to take it somewhere else, man. And I know we're talking about a lot of tragedies and things like that, but this is one that's really a hot topic that's out there, man. You just had one of the most noticeable artists in hip hop lose his life. One of the people in one of the biggest groups ever in hip hop. You could foot stomp that. A member of the Migos, Takeoff, was shot and killed in Houston, man. What do you think about what happened there?
I can't really tell. I just know they had a little altercation. It looked like from the videos. But what happened there? Well, gang, you got to protect yourself. That's all.
But when you think about it, man, doesn't it sometimes go back to what Nas said? I don't know if you're too familiar with Nas's catalog, but he had a song where he talked about sometimes it'd be the coolest cats who end up getting shot. You know what I mean? Who end up getting killed. Most times it'd be them. You know? And with Takeoff, he seemed like a guy who didn't have any issue with anybody, one of the coolest, most soft-spoken members of the group.
But that go again when I say y'all on the outside looking in. How you don't know if that man was a savage out here doing a lot?
I don't know. I don't know.
But he, from what I seen though, he was a cool dude though. I seen him a couple times. Like, he was cool. He always quiet. I just said that to show you, like, people do that to me all the time. Oh, he this or he that. You don't know me, gang. You can't say, you know.
And
like,
we don't.
That situation I can't comment on. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, you know.
Yeah, I don't want you to have an opinion on, like, say, like, who was involved or any of that stuff. Just is like
I don't know none of this anyway. So
yeah, it's just like something like this as a tragedy, man. Is this become commonplace now?
Yeah, for sure. It happening there, what though? So
exactly, man. Yeah, exactly. It's happening right now somewhere, right?
For sure.
Now, as far as that goes as well, man, let's talk about another topic that's recent, very recent.
Mm-hmm.
So you recently had NBA Youngboy and Bobby Shmurda on social media going back and forth, man.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it seemed like this came out of Rowdy Rebel talking about how things should have been handled in the King Von situation. Now, Rowdy Rebel, he said some things about how he felt like this was, kind of a travesty. It went down the wrong way. King Von was obviously in a one-on-one fight with Quando Rondo. Looked like it could have handled itself, right? But then you had NBA Youngboy go to social media and basically say, yo, what Rowdy Rebel said was stupid. That was just bad way of looking at the situation.
I ain't gonna lie, man. When they come to Von, all these rappers be saying shit, I don't even click on that shit, man. A lot of these is fans, bro. I ain't never even clicked on that video to even hear what Rebel said, man. Like, some of y'all comments don't matter to us. We don't give a fuck about what y'all gotta say about that. Like, you know?
Okay.
And them other two getting into it because he said something that should really be for entertainment. Yeah.
Sometimes it feels like that. I'm gonna be real. Sometimes I sit back and I'm like, man, after watching video upon videos, and things feel staged and things feel like they're for
First of
attention.
all, I feel like you doing an interview about you. Talk about what hot music you got. Why the fuck is y'all bringing up Vaughn? Is y'all from Chicago? No. What the fuck y'all bringing up Vaughn for? Like, a lot of these bloggers and shit do that to get a spark and get they jumping. Like, that's not cool, bro. Like, what the fuck is y'all talking about Vaughn for? Y'all should be talking about who the fuck got Lil TJ or somebody on folks now. What you bring up Vaughn for? Y'all not from Chicago. Like,
So, man, let's move on and let's talk about something else as well, man. I wanted to get your opinion on before we close things out with some final thoughts and shout outs and things like that. And I know kind of going back to talking about another rapper, but man, you had a back and forth, and I wouldn't be doing my job unless I asked you about this. You had a back and forth with the baby on Twitter. And after that, or since then, it seems like the baby's career has tanked.
man, I actually don't got shit to say about that, but I saw it coming.
Yeah. Do you think, okay, a lot of people have a lot of opinions about, and there's TikToks about this, there's different videos about this, talking about the cause of this. Do you think that, man, maybe, just maybe, it was just something that was inevitable and just a sound thing, a musical thing, changing style, changing taste?
Well, with baby, with the baby,
Yeah, with the baby.
The baby hard, bro. He gonna always be. He know how to his flows and shit. Like, you know, he make good turn up music. So
Okay.
it's just how I don't know, bro. How you carry yourself is what, you know, keep you going, bro. He hard
Now,
though. Still, I can't never say he ain't hard on the music. He got the music for sure.
now during that back and forth with him, it seemed like there was some strife. Like you never dissed him and talked and said anything bad about his music.
No, I just said that about the because I saw what I saw.
Yeah. And to be honest, in the end of that, it seemed like you guys, I don't know, it was left there. So for the record, man, is everything cool with the baby now? Is everything all right?
I don't know him, gang. So I
Okay.
don't. It never was no beef.
That makes sense.
I just stated. You know me. I always saying, and he reacted. I felt like I just said my opinion. That's all. Sometimes I be tweaking doing that, but no.
Yeah, kind of have a moment on your phone where you see something and you definitely react and you're like, maybe I shouldn't have went there.
I be asking myself that question. Like, you think I should?
This is the funny part. People in their normal lives do that. Like people who work 9 to 5s do that. Like they'll go on social media, they'll say something. They were like, man, maybe I shouldn't have jumped in on that too quick. And then when
I
it comes,
learned to control my mouth though. I usually have a hot mouth. I ain't gonna lie to you. I learned to control it though. It gets you nowhere. Get people scatter you, like
yeah.
like that.
And you know what's crazy is when it comes to artists, we don't give them that same. I don't want to. What do you say? That same leverage and say like, "Yo, man, this is just a person who's responding to something that they see." As soon as you respond to the baby and you and the baby are going back and forth, it's like, "Oh my God, Memo's going at it again." You know what I'm saying?
That's why I stopped doing that. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Okay. Nah, that makes sense. That makes sense. You just focusing on your music and just staying on track, man. I got that. So is there any potential for you guys? Like you said, you don't know the baby. So officially you could probably just put it into to any issue, right?
For sure.
That's dope. That's dope. That's dope. So man, let's talk about it, man. Let's close this out. Now you've been in the headlines lately. You know, and a lot, man, on a lot of blogs recently. I mean, in the last several days. And like I said, I wouldn't be doing the job unless I asked you about this. What's up with this whole 50 Cent documentary thing, man? Do you have any insight or can you talk about that?
I can't actually talk about that. It's like an open case. You can't be,
Oh, yeah. Well, then we'll leave it alone there, man. If it's an open case, we can't discuss it, man. And we'll just leave it at that for everybody who's worrying about that in the future. You know? All right. And with that, man, what are your final thoughts, man? Anything that you want to shout out? Any projects that you want to put out there? Anything?
Get ready for this album coming for y'all here on folks in them grave. Hell no.
And what's the name?
I don't got a name yet. I don't got a name. I got like 50 names in my head.
Okay. So when it's official, you'll let us know, man. So we'll check you out on Instagram or shout out your social medias, man. Where can people check you out?
Check my out, man. Memo600, man. My Twitter, Steve Drive Memo. That's it, man. Go on go subscribe my YouTube channel, Memo600. Y'all know what's going on, man.
All right, appreciate it, Memo. Thanks for dropping in today for this interview, man. Stand up, cat, man. We're gonna be looking forward to your music in the future, man.
For sure, love.
Now, hopefully you enjoyed that story, but do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I do one of these updates, and we out of here. Peace.